It's time to dad.
Hallelujah, everybody. Here we are, getting ready for Easter this weekend.
Sorry, I didn't see that coming.
This is
That was a good one. That was a good one.
Time to dad. We got a pretty full crew here. We got Will.
Hold on, I have to
newest-
interrupt. Do you remember the time where Alex asked if he could do the intro in Spanish and we jokingly said yeah, and then he really did it?
Yeah.
No, I requested that.
We
I
were
was
like, no, now do it in English, please, because
No.
half our viewers are like, what the fuck did he just say?
I missed Alex.
half our views.
I'm sorry.
say
Okay,
You
go
can't
ahead.
divide a person in
Go ahead.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Bring us into the episode. My eyes are watering.
That's it. Listen. Well, we got Easter coming up, so we figured it was fitting. But we're here with a group of dads. We got Will, JT, Jason, and Nick, and myself, Joe, here with you guys tonight. We're rolling into the weekend. It's been a crazy few weeks in the world, but Sunday all will come back to how it was, right? So, listen, I think Easter's one of my favorite holidays. It's one of the favorite foods that my mom usually makes, and I think it's just a fun day
What is
overall. We do lamb. We do some
okay.
lamb. Yeah, definitely like some lamb with a little mint jelly. If you've ever done that, yes,
I
that's
have not done the mint jelly.
Yes, that's interesting, but it's good. I like it, and we used to always do stuffed artichokes as well.
I like artichoke.
Yeah, stuffed artichokes. That's delicious. That was one of my favorite things.
I'm not big on
That's
lamb,
a
and it's
start.
probably because it's not like easy to find around. I mean, grocery stores have it, but it's usually not like what you want.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like lamb is like hit or miss. Either like
Yeah, it's got to be
not-
good lamb, right? It can't just be like standard, like box
Yeah.
grocery store lamb.
Lamb can be gamey.
You can really do a good job. It's either hit or miss. You either cook it really, really well, or you really bomb.
It's like duck from what I hear. Like duck's the same way. Like you either nail the preparation of it, or it's like rubbery and not tasty at all.
Yeah,
We made duck at my house, and it did not turn out good. I mean, we went to a restaurant thinking, okay, maybe we just screwed it up. No, it was still terrible.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's a tough. Like I
used
used to like Food Network used to be my Bible. I mean, I give it credit because now I do like 90% of the cooking in our house, and I think I'm pretty damn good at it most of the time. 90% of the time, I'm right every time, or whatever that quote was from Anchorman. But no, Food Network. It was like the duck and the lamb was always seemed to be the linchpin for most people in those like food cook-off championships. That always threw people for a curveball.
Yeah.
I don't know. We don't do any. We don't do any special foods. I guess for us, I mean, there's sunrise service, which we usually don't make it to because of little man. We usually do go to Easter, the morning / afternoon service, and then there's an Easter egg hunt at church. Obviously, Easter Bunny comes by the house, so we have to do the Easter Bunny baskets at home. And then,
who's the Easter Bunny?
huh? You don't know who the Easter Bunny is?
No, like you have like somebody in your family that does it, or you have like a crazy town
no.
guy that comes around the streets.
No. The Easter Bunny, man. He's like Santa Claus. He just shows up and brings kids stuff. You don't have an Easter Bunny in New York?
I mean, I know the Easter Bunny, but I mean, like, is it like your uncle, or is it like
no? It's literally we
street?
put the shit out for our son in a basket, and then I was
thought you said-
trying to do it low key, Joe, in case somebody's riding to work with their kid in the back seat, and he's like, "The fuck, the Easter Bunny's not real."
Easter Bunny's my uncle.
Yeah,
Sorry, guys, shut this off.
No. Yeah, I mean, we put the stuff out for Emerson, and he opens it, and then he does like 3 Easter egg hunts, right? So we do one after church at our house. The church does one, and then we've got the neighbors down the street that are throwing a shindig with neighbors with the crazy bouncy house. So they're doing like a bouncy house neighborhood cookout, Easter egg hunt thing too. So he'll be loaded with sugar and on his best behavior all day, I'm sure. But that's our Easter in a nutshell. Do a little praying and repenting for all of our sins of the days gone by, and pack Emerson full of sugar, I guess.
Yeah. Sounds like a good day. Yeah, ours is similar. We church. They got an Easter egg hunt that they do at church, and then go home, do what we gotta do, get dressed. Then we head over to my parents.
Wait, so you go to church naked?
We
Is that what
do.
you're saying?
We do.
Yeah,
we do. Yeah. we want to go in the way that God brought us into this world.
Yeah,
so
okay.
we go there.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
It's a special day.
That's a very different approach.
Yeah.
You
Different
gotta believe
churches,
there's
right?
definitely a church somewhere that believes in that. Like people are going to show up there.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
It is not hard to believe.
Literally
That's
take
what I'm
come as you are. As literal as possible. Just roll out of bed in the tidy whities.
That's it. But yeah, we do that, and then we go to the parents, do the little Easter egg hunt. Make it a day.
Yeah. Our fucking 12-foot skeleton is dressed as the Easter bunny right now.
You keep him out the whole time?
Oh my God. Yeah, he stays out. Yeah, I feel like we talked about this. Yeah, he stays out year round. So my wife changes his costume seasonally. So like two weeks ago, we put a giant fucking pinwheel in one of his hands, and we put like some Easter egg lights around his neck, and my wife put a bunny nose and big ass rabbit ears on top of its head.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Because we don't give a fuck what other people think.
There you go.
Well, that and a 12-foot skeleton is probably hard to store.
No, well, that too. Yeah, I was like, man, if we buy this bitch, we don't have anywhere to put it. I was like, you're not putting it in my workshop shed, and you're not putting it in the shed where I keep all my like lawn equipment and stuff. That's already full of like the Christmas light pixel lighting stuff that I do. I was like, nah, we're not. And it's not meant to. It was definitely built in an Asian country. It is not meant to be like taken apart and put back together and multiple times. It's just not. It's like super cheap aluminum frame, and the welding's absolute shit. Yeah, it looks like Stevie Wonder did the welding. Well, it's still standing because there's 3 fucking guy wires, like 2 of them attached to the house and 2 others going to the ground. So that's the only reason it's still standing. So over-engineered, because we're in a couple of the groups that are like dedicated to this 12-foot skeleton, right? And after
Facebook groups,
yeah, and after we purchased, like there's this like weird little cult of some people are even crazier than we are with it. But I started looking through there, and that was like the biggest complaint is that thing is a giant sale if you get any kind of wind. So I was like, I'm not paying $300 fucking for this thing for it to just fall over and never be used again. So
yeah,
he's anchored down, and he's been through a couple tropical storms and some pretty bad wind storms. So
Some
he's
concrete
still
shoes.
He doesn't need concrete shoes.
All right.
Sorry to get us off the Easter topic, but
I want to.
What are you doing, Jason?
I've been stewing. So I've made, with the help of my robot Pixie Dust Chat GPT thing, I have now made for us a poem about the beginning of the show. Can we do like a synopsis poem? You guys want to hear it?
You gonna recap it for us in GPT language?
It is called "Bless This Mess," the Easter Dadcast with Nick, Joe, JT, Will, and Jason. Easter morning, sun is bright. 5 dads log in full delight. Mics are hot. The group's unhinged. Someone's kid is just sing. Someone's kid just signed a fridge. That's good. Nick kicks off with duck flambe, cooked it shirtless. Happy day. JT's lamb came out divine until his dog took bite o' spine. Will made artichokes with flair, but left them in his Tupperware. Joe brought sides a cheesy mix, except it melted in the bricks. Then Jason shouts, y'all won't believe, I went to church in just my sleeves. He dressed his boys and grabbed his keys, but pants forgotten in the breeze. They gasped, they wheezed, they lost control. Were you reborn, Nick said, deadpan soul. People thought I was the risen Lord, Jason swears. They nearly scored. And just when things began to level, Will dropped beans, then blew the devil. A toot so vile, it shut down Zoom, a holy wind of Easter doom. Joe said, dear God, that shook my spine. JT lit candles, get behind. Nick passed out mid-egg critique, and Jason yelled, this pod's unique. They wrapped it up with dadly cheers, despite the trauma to their ears, to lamb and duck and butts exposed to memories they never chose. So here's to Dad's chaotic kings who grill, who fart, who lose their things on Easter Day. May love be loud, and may you never church too proud.
What? Why is that like? That should be an Easter sermon.
I'm
Thanks for hanging out on Time to Dad. We'll see you next week.
How I blew the devil? Like, where the hell did that come from?
I'm mad.
Yo,
because-
ChatGPT is scaring me.
Well, remember, this is Jason's ChatGPT. It's accustomed to what he puts in.
Jesus.
So.
There's four different
You've been
versions of
Googling that dark stuff.
No, there's 4 different versions of
Be
that,
healed.
and that was not my favorite. I think I went with the wrong one.
We can edit and add the other
Here
ones.
we go. All right, I just want to read the last line of the one that I chose, but I didn't because I added stuff and it ruined it. Fucking thing ruined it. So raise your forks, your jokes, your root to gamey lamb that humble toot for Easter's best when shared in part with full plates and with full-hearted art.
Thank
It's
you,
gotta-
ChatGPT.
They should have used fart there. That would have been better.
I nailed toot. I saw toot coming.
I think there was, yeah. Well, that's really my. I'm mad at ChatGPT because they did not put enough toot.
You're all about some AI technology.
I'm all about a little toot. I thought that this was
Little
going to
toot.
throw a toot, and it didn't. But that's fine.
It did throw toot. It was talking
was
about
a
the
toot.
lamb toots.
There was a toot.
About a toot.
Yeah.
I think it
Just a
misunderstood.
little
I should have told. I needed to tell.
I think ChatGPT is taking too many little toots. Is what's happening.
I just did a little toot.
It's only polite to do little toot.
All right, where were we?
Is
Back to
everyone in this?
Easter.
Is everyone
Anyone-
in the group
anyone else?
know what the little toot is? Have we seen the video?
No,
and
not-
all parties
Will's
involved.
not in the
No, Will
Facebook
has.
group. He may have seen it though
Oh.
outside of the Facebook group.
No,
Oh.
no, toots are just funny. So I haven't seen this video.
This is not a funny toot.
Oh, it's not a funny. Oh God, now I need to see it.
Funny. I think it's a
It could be funny.
Yeah.
funny toot.
I mean,
Depends how big the toot is.
No,
I don't know. My son let
Go
out
on,
a
I'll
really good
find
toot the other day, and yeah, that was not funny nor cute. I'll tell you that much for sure.
What did
That was-
what did he do? You said he let out a little toot.
He went crawling into bed, and like this kid, like as he's crawling up into bed, just basically like shit himself as he's crawling into bed.
The old
And his
shark.
ass is pointing right towards my face, and I'm just like, oh, that's mint. That's what I needed today. I just needed that. That really recharged the batteries. I'm feeling like a real good dad now.
My son has recently entered the it's funny to fart stage. So now, like I was tucking him in tonight, and we just finished reading his narwhal book he got from school, and he's looking at me with this goofy ass smile on his face. So I'm like, all right, what the fuck? And he just goes, do you smell something? And I was like, what? Like, no, I don't smell. And he's like, I farted. And then he laughed for like 2 minutes straight. And that's my life right now with a 6-year-old.
And that's going to be the rest of your life forever. He's going to be 40.
Forever. Until he moves out of the house. He's just going to be
look up a video
crop
Breaking the
dusting
Barrier.
everyone and laughing about it.
Has any of your kids done the laughing as they fart? So like as they laugh, they're farting.
Yep.
Like that's so
They
funny to watch.
cackle
Because then
and the
they
fart.
laugh even harder. And
Yeah, because there's no control and they have no idea what's
he's
going on.
hilarious. I probably brought that on because I don't give a shit. I'm married and the only other person in the house is him. So I'll just, if you need to rip one, you need to rip one, and he'll give me so much shit about it. But you gotta do what you gotta do, man. It's not good to hold those kind of things in.
It's not. It's very bad for you.
Yeah.
Well, according to South Park, you can have blow up due to spontaneous combustion.
Well, according to South Park, there's a lot of things that can happen to you.
You know?
But nah.
I did see that face in or the video Jason just showed there.
Where's my
I have to go
sound?
look at it. I don't know.
You're not.
Come on,
You're
man.
not sharing screen.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, I am.
But if you
Well, you
share
just
screen,
started.
it's not
Somebody
going to
can
show
see
up
it.
in the recording.
I thought so. What did we do last time that made it show up in the record? We started it that way.
No, you had to. I don't know. You somehow had
It
it
was the
coming
same
through your. You had it coming
Yeah.
through your whatchamacallit.
Yeah, so it's probably just where it is on the screen. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember what you did.
Holy shit! Your video just got huge. I know that.
I'll do a little too.
There it is.
You know, if somebody give it to me, offers it to me, I mean, you know, you just, I sound polite if you don't. So I do a little too if somebody offers it to me, but if I will not. I'll repeat, you know, I want y'all all know
Sounds
this
like
right now,
Bill
because I went down there
Clinton
to the restaurant and that treatment center. I will not freebase cocaine. It's no
I did
longer
not
part of my
have
life.
sexual
Not
relations.
drinking, I will have a drink. I will have a drink, and I'll smoke some reefer. I'll smoke a couple of doobies a day, or, you know, just to get you through the day. And I'll do a little toot every now and then. Yeah, I'll get about a half a G, you know, and just sit around, and me and Sally, my girlfriend, will do a little toot. Just, you know, for fun, you know, every now and then. And I'll tell you what, though, about that drink, I won't drink any tequila.
Yeah, I guess face.
No,
I will
I'm
not
not
drink
having
no
no
tequila.
Won't touch that.
I don't drink
All right.
Oh my
tequila.
I
god.
did a little thing.
Now that we're up to date,
Oh
I wish
my
there was
god.
more
Thank
to
you.
in the
Proceed. Where are we at? So everyone's having a good Thanksgiving. Where? please tell me where this crazy train goes next. I can't wait.
The Easter
Who's got
Bunny
it?
hopped off long ago.
The what? Oh yeah.
the Easter Bunny
the
hopped
Easter
off a
Bunny
long
said
time
fuck
ago.
that shit. He didn't even
Yeah.
come
I
by.
actually did have like an unreasonable fear of the Easter Bunny that I could probably share. And I think that there's validity, not to like, you know, super tough guy dads like all of us who were never afraid of anything,
Oh,
but
obviously.
like actual human being dads with kids that they're scared of everything. How do you like address that, and how do you avoid like we're still afraid of shit, man? I'm sorry, like, and I know that even
You can't be
JT
afraid of
or
stuff
Will
as
with
dad.
the block
Yeah.
next to your like how do you address fear in your kids? That's
Dude,
my question,
let me-
because I was afraid of that Easter Bunny like you fucking read about.
I can't.
Like I was having nightmares. The thing was taking its head off, and there was like a twist at one of the
Whoa.
and towards the end where it took its head
Dude,
off.
you've been watching
like,
too much
in the-
Donnie Darko is the problem.
I think, but I had never seen I'd never seen Donnie Darko, but I swear to God, I
Is that
envisioned
the rabbit
Donnie
you envisioned?
Darko. No, well, close to it. So when I finally did see it, that was a trip. But
You were like,
I was
damn.
almost an adult. I was an adult by then. When
Yeah.
did Donnie Darko come out?
I don't fucking know.
Like, I was
That
3
was
years
after
old.
our time, man. It was old by the time we would have watched it.
I was 3.
Yeah.
I was like 3 years old. I
Yeah.
mean, you're talking like 1991. I was having horrible nightmares of the Donnie Darko rabbit like taking its head off. So
I mean,
I'm just
I can't tell. I don't have a clue how to deal with being scared
Will's
of the
like,
Easter
what the
Bunny.
fuck am I doing?
But I mean, if you want to
I
talk
just wanna ask
about
Jason, is that fear still exist for you with the bunny? Like, if you see a bunny,
shit.
are you
when
still
we,
like,
when
"Oh,
we get
hell no,
together,
I'm running."
I'm bringing a
Dude,
bunny
if that
costume.
thing took off like at
Oh.
me, I mean, in the costume and shit. You ever seen some of those 1950s and 60s Easter bunnies and fucking scary shit like
Well,
that?
the grainy ass
Fucking
film doesn't help it look any
Mickey
more
Mouse looking
peaceful.
like a fucking serial murderer, like he's fucking gonna chop your head off. No, that Easter bunny, I'm all set. That fucking thing, like I know it's faster than me right now in my dad bod shape, So I'm not getting.
You don't have to
I'm
be
not
the
putting myself
fastest.
in the same-
You just can't be the
I'm not-
slowest. That's all you got to
Yeah,
remember.
well,
It's going to be
Bench
hard
press.
for that motherfucker to run with the big thing on his head. So he's probably going to lose it, and maybe then I can like
He's
swing
gonna
at him. But
fucking
if
run into
if he
something.
keeps if he
Rabbits
keeps
go
his
fast, man.
form, if he keeps his form, I
mean,
might freeze up.
Is it a true rabbit or is it hopping in rabbit fashion?
No,
like, what is
it
he
ain't
doing?
hopping. It's a fucking human being with the
Oh.
rabbit mask and the
Okay,
the
so
whole
we're talking
thing.
slasher film Easter
like
Bunny.
6 foot fucking 7.
All right,
Your
Built
fear,
like a brick
Michael Myers in
shit
an
house.
Easter Bunny costume.
Your fear is so your fear is I find it really interesting.
Are
that
you
have
seeing a
that
therapist, sir?
Because so my wife has
called
a
one
very
today.
very similar like fear, but it's of clowns. Like
Unrealistic.
deathly afraid of
I mean,
clowns.
I don't
A
like
lot
clowns.
of people are afraid of
Let's
clowns.
not.
I feel
I
like.
don't want
but,
people
like-
to get the wrong idea. I don't like clowns. I'm not
No,
supporting that.
yeah, no, that's fair. I
Or the Easter
I don't
Bunny.
I don't know if I've ever had a fear that's reached that level. So like I just don't like. Do you like have some kind of like a physical response when you have like a moment where you see a bunny running at you? Like do you?
No, not
like-
at this age. But as a kid, that was bad. But I think it really stemmed from. And now we get deep because I need a therapist to tell me this. But I think it stemmed from the fact that we had a Playboy bunny stuffed animal with the fucking tuxedo, and that was in my room at a very young age.
How'd you get that?
Which I think may have caused a lot of issues.
I mean, probably didn't help any of it.
But I don't think Hugh Hefner's
Is that like the
ghost or
camel gear
something
where
was-
you spend camel points for buying cigarettes and you get cool merch? Like, how do you get the Playboy bunny in your bedroom as a kid?
I wouldn't doubt Marlboro points having bought that bunny
Yeah.
without a glimpse of a. So my family had a fucking scheme with those Marlboro miles,
Yeah.
man.
Every
They
family
would-
did that smoked back then,
But
man. That was
No,
like,
no. My grandmother was so far ahead of the curve. She was on the streets like collecting from like she would seek out the biggest smoker she fucking meets and be like, hey, you want to give me your miles? You know, you're not using no, just throw them away. Just give me your trash. Throw away your butts. These people must have died 10 times over from lung cancer. My grandmother's fucking like counting out the points on these cigarette packs. We had so many. We had all kinds of shit, sweatshirts and fucking
Camping
bags
gear.
and
Coolers.
rain gear, fucking everything. God, that was a great campaign. Why can't really addictive things, go back into business and stuff?
bro, if Red Bull had been giving away merch like that when I was like a teenager through like my 20s, man, I would have so much cool Red Bull shit.
Yeah.
Used to drink
Mountain
a lot
Dew,
of Red Bull.
Mountain Dew
Mountain Dew.
did all right.
I
but
love Mountain Dew.
Pizza Hut.
Dude,
Pizza Hut.
dude.
We were a
Yeah,
kid.
man, dude.
I can't have Mountain Dew in my house. I will drown in it because like I drink so much of it at one time. Like one time just
I
recently
don't-
we bought
dude,
a
it's
12
like
pack of it
crack.
and I finished it in like a day.
Exactly.
It's that
Where's my
yellow
friend?
5 that
Stop.
keeps you coming back. Do they even put yellow 5 in it anymore?
Probably
better.
not.
So,
Oh, this fucking sticker's covering it. I don't even know.
but honestly, I love Mountain Dew. It's horrible, and my friends do kind of refer to it as just crack.
Did you
We just call
try
it
it?
crack.
Did you try it when they put out all
Did
the
I try
Coke?
crack?
All the when they
do
put out all the
crack
Coke
Coke.
products
People
with the
not
natural
everybody's
cane
Coke.
sugar in them.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
So good.
But I
People
didn't like
that.
the Mountain Dew. I didn't like the Mountain Dew as much as like.
Oh, I loved
the-
it.
So like the cola. I
Yeah.
didn't get enough of them. I
You ever
guess.
go to the Coca-Cola factory?
I had a Mexican Coke
Atlanta?
at Chipotle
Yeah.
today.
I did
They're
one
good.
in
Call it.
Atlanta. That was pretty crazy. I felt
That
like crap
whole
after.
experience is epic. Like
Yeah.
you don't really get to make your own soda. It's all pre-built, but like you get to make a couple different combinations and
Yeah.
build like your own soda and like try that at the end. And I was like, this is so sick.
Yeah, there
I
was
love
some
it.
weird ones. There was like barbecue smoked Coca-Cola and like, from Japan. Like there was some weird flavors.
Where are we talking about? Is this
Soda
the thing
double
in Epcot? Has anyone been to
was
that?
in Atlanta. In Atlanta, it's like
It's the headquarters,
It's
isn't it?
it's right across the street from the
All right,
Atlanta
that's a much
Aquarium.
better. That sounds much better. Disney has this weird fucking ass thing, and I don't know. It honestly speaks to reason that these might be the rejected, like, these fucking suck flavors of soda from other countries and shit, and somehow Disney just like throws money around and gets like Coca-Cola like circle jerk things going. So they have in Epcot, or maybe no, it was Epcot. Yeah. And so they have this little, you go inside and you can drink, it's free soda. Fucking free soda, right? Yeah. Look at Joe. He wants some free soda. Fucking worst soda I've ever had. Every flavor was from like fucking Zimbabwe and like Ghana. Like, I don't even understand how, and nothing against those countries, but this soda sucked. Like, but it was free. It was like, oh, have some free soda. Like, joke's on you. They all fucking suck. Like, there was nothing worth drinking. And you just had, it's just, oh, it's free soda. And I walk in and there's nobody in there.
Dude.
And like everyone's, I'm like, what's going on in here? Is this like a hidden gem? Oh no.
You want to talk about disappointments in beverage tours. So I forget how old I was, older than 21. I think I was maybe like 23, 24. But me and my buddies went out to the Red River Gorge to climb, which is out Tennessee, Kentucky area, one summer. And it's like an 8.5, 9 hour drive from here. And we got there, we set up camp and everything. We're like, fuck yeah, we're going to climb all week. And it was supposed to rain all fucking week. And if you've ever rock climbed, you don't want to climb in the fucking rain. Like, it is the sketchiest fucking shit you will ever do if you even attempt it in the first place. And so we were like, well, we fucking came all the way here. What are we going to do? Well, we're in bourbon country. So we were like, all right, we're going to tour through the bourbon belt. Right. And so we picked out like Jack Daniels, Makers. I forget who all else we went and toured, but out of the, out of the seven, it was 7 or 8 distilleries we toured, all but 2 of them were in dry counties. So you couldn't sample the bourbon. You couldn't do shit besides walk through the fucking factory. Maker's Mark and I forget the other one were the only 2 that were not located in dry counties. So when you went through the Maker's Mark distillery, like you walk past the giant vats, the oak vats where everything's distilling, and the tour guide walking you through is like, dip your fucking hand in, like it's alcohol, you ain't gonna hurt anything. Dip your hand in and and you'd get a taste. And it was super fucking cool. But the other 6 were in dry counties. Like you were lucky if you got to smell the bourbon while you were there. Like everything was so locked down. And it's because all of that, like Tennessee, Kentucky, that both of those states are just riddled with little dry counties. And it's perfectly legal to be in County A that's dry and drive over to County B and buy your liquor and come back to County A. You just can't buy it in County A, right? And it was that was the first time I had ever experienced a dry county at 25, 24 years old. And it was the weirdest fucking shit. But we were like, man, this is going to be an awesome weekend after all. And not so much as a buzz after going to all these places in dry counties. It was it was a major, major disappointment.
Oh, I'm sure. Especially at that age.
Point. I just don't get why they even do the distillery walkthrough if all you're going to do is just stare at machines and go.
Stupid fucking people like us show up and have no idea it's in a dry county. It's not like they advertise like, hey, come see us. We're in a dry county. So you just show up and then you find out there, you see all these like no tasting and no touching fucking signs everywhere. So yeah, all you can do is walk through and there's kind of some aromatics, but I mean, the Maker's Mark distillery was sweet. I don't even think it was normal retail pricing. You could buy a bottle and it came undipped. If you've ever seen Maker's Mark, right? It's got the red wax over the cap. And you could buy your own bottle and it had like a special label where you could write your name and the date you dipped it on. I still have mine unopened, actually. I'm saving it until Emerson turns 21. But you got to dip your own bottle in the vat of wax, and I thought that was cool as shit. Why are you laughing at me? You didn't think that was cool?
Who's reading? Who wants to read the next poem?
No, I don't want to read the next chat GPT. Look, boogers just came out of my nose.
JT wants to read it. JT wants to read it. Okay. Come on, I need another voice.
You don't want me to read it.
We need to call this like GPT moments with Jason.
Yeah, we could get.
I can't wait to hear what GPT has to say. Hit me with
All
it.
right.
It better be good.
The bunny from the bottle.
Oh,
A
God.
tale from the dry county line. In a land where no liquor dares to be poured, where Baptists and bylaws keep spirits stored, came a rumble, a roar, a hop of disgrace, a massive man bunny, whiskers on
It's one of those
face.
romance novels.
7 feet tall, fur matted with sweat, eyes full of bourbon, teeth tightly set. With one floppy ear and a mission unholy, he clutched a Jack bottle, jagged and gnarly. The bottle was broken, full half of regret. He swigged, then he shouted, "Ain't Easter just yet." He stormed through the town in a fluffy pink rage like Bugs Bunny escaped from a
ChatGPT is scared of
meth-laced
Easter Bunny too.
stage. Kids dropped their baskets, moms screamed and fled, pastors locked doors and bowed down their heads. "Hide the Welches," cried out the clerk. "The bunny's not here for a family church perk." He staggered through Maine with a chocolate-stained boot, yelling, "Where's the whiskey, you lawsuited fruit?" He slapped down some peeps, kicked over a sign, and peed on a plaque that said, "Jesus is mine." But just as he reached the courthouse door, he tripped on an egg and collapsed with a snore. The sheriff approached, tiptoed and weary. Is he alive or just drunk and hairy? They took off his head, the costume not real. I guess that's true. They took off his head, the costume not real, and found a man named Big Carl O'Neill, a legend from down in the wet southern bends,
from Massachusetts,
who swore Easter just better with friends. Now every spring in that dry little town, they light one candle and gather round, a whisper the tale with a bottle in hand of the bunny who stormed with no lawful brand. So if you hear hopping and glass in the breeze and catch a half faint whiff of old Tennessee, lock up your juice and pray you're alone, 'cause the jack wielding bunny might still roam.
Why do I feel like Jason's about to have nightmares from this poem?
He's gonna be texting me at 2 a.m. Hey, you up?
Bringing back all of these fears.
He's gonna have nightmares of inebriated bunny rabbits and shit.
Oh my
I mean, that's
God.
pretty graphic, like depiction of this bunny who's like drunk as shit.
Yo, some of that had good flow,
Yeah,
and then you
totally.
fucked up that slant rhyme, Chat GPT, and you lost me. I couldn't get over
Well,
that.
that's why you proofread your script and shit. But otherwise, I
You
just
know,
fucking make
AI is
stupid
not
up
perfect,
poems.
right?
No, closer to perfect than anything we've ever written. or produced.
Debatable.
Yeah,
It is pretty good.
that was pretty good. Imagine if you had that.
Circle back.
Do it.
Go ahead, Jason. What were you gonna
No,
say?
cut
Imagine
Jason
if
off.
you-
No Chat GPT.
Imagine if you had that at your disposal when you were courting young ladies, is all I could say. We'll leave it at that.
All the
dads.
poems you
We'll
had to
leave
write.
it at that, dads. Think of how much hotter you're. What? No, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not saying that.
Just
I'm
get
like,
Chat
think of
GPT to write your dating profile. Is what I'm hearing.
It's too easy. I've been there, done that. You think I sleep, and that's where you mess
Is that
up.
all you do?
Like,
You're just mastering.
I've lived lives you'll only dream about with that. No, that I did I not have a girl follow the show from Bumble? Did that happen?
I don't know. I
Check the
didn't check.
followers. We have one girl follower, gentlemen.
Is she following or listening?
Both.
Are you
But
sure?
I think she followed the Facebook page, which everybody should do right now.
Well, she can't the group, but she can follow Time to Death.
She can't follow the Facebook group.
No,
Also follow the
she
YouTube.
Can, she can follow
The
my
private
account
group.
for Time to
Oh no,
Death. but not
then
the,
the YouTube. She definitely followed our YouTube.
Okay, yeah.
telling you, driving.
cool.
I'm bringing us
okay.
business.
You're not even together yet. She's already stalking you, is what I'm hearing. Red flag.
What if we get more followers like that?
What if she's a fucking psycho Easter bunny? That's what I want to know.
She's gonna hear this episode and be like, "All right, Jason, I got you. I
All
got
right.
your number."
The Easter bunny's like
She's
7 feet tall in that story. She's probably like a.
She's gonna be like,
They make some
okay,
pretty
fine.
tall.
Yeah,
What do
she
you
could be
call
lying about
those
her
shoes?
profile.
She could.
You have those like
Good.
drywall stints you can stand on. There you go.
Oh
I'd bring her
yeah,
right up to 7 feet, real quick.
0 to 100.
Just trying to
Real quick.
really kind of recreate.
I'm not
this.
gonna engage with that. I don't want that to happen.
I'm gonna use AI to make your profile picture. It's gonna be creepy ass bunny.
Whoa.
Jason, I think I'm going to dress up as a bunny and come to your house someday.
No, I'm saying
No.
I don't give a
Thought
fuck
it was
what
in
you
a
say.
safe-
Whenever
thought I
we
came to a
all
safe
finally get
space on
together,
that
the bunny
show, and
there's
now
gonna be a
getting
bunny
bullied.
costume
That's-
involved.
Well,
I gotta call- I gotta
Each
call-
night, a different one of us is gonna haunt
I
you in
try
a
to
bunny
open up on
costume.
the show and I get fucking roasted. That's cool.
I'm going to have your next 5 customers at the dealership wear Easter bunny outfits.
Oh,
Sell
shit.
cars.
Why don't
Just
you
a
send me
zombie
one
horde of
customer?
Easter bunnies.
I got 4 people on the show here. How many past members? I need a customer. I need somebody to buy a car and we'll do a show about that. I mean, I think Nick's up.
Dude,
He's that truck.
I would like
Tariffs,
to.
dude.
But
Tariffs
my
are coming
wife,
for your
my
ass.
wife is like, I got these student loans I didn't tell you
All right.
about that we're now paying off. So, yeah,
Pixie
That's
dust.
fun.
I only told
Pixie
you about the
dust and
small,
fairy
the small
tales.
student loan.
We'll get you a fine little bank loan from an accredited institution. I know you want to get your credit up to 900 and shit. So
I mean,
You
I
know,
could
we'll
swing
just
it, but
get
I lost my appetite for ramen in college. So I gotta
I feel like Jason's
plan.
trying to sell
I
everybody
gotta
a car
plan
right
a little
now.
better.
Just,
Plus, I just
Just
played.
no, just
all right,
Nick.
Get over here.
You want
I
to
already
talk
tried
about
to
some
sell
shit?
Joe a car.
I've
His
been,
wife bought a Subaru. You just
We were
joined in.
close. It was a nice car. Jason did a great
I
video.
blew it out, dude. I blew that fucker out for it. But he had some special negative interest rate nonsense from like the deal. It was
Who
like
did?
Dude,
crazy pixie dust fixing shit that I couldn't do.
Oh, Joe had a negative interest rate.
Something crazy.
Yeah, my brother-in-law was like a VIP of like Subaru stuff. So we have
Oh.
Subarus.
One
So
of
we
Your
had
those.
brother-in-law a lesbian? I didn't. Let's cut that out of the show.
I'm not cutting anything. What you see is what you get.
When you told me that, Jason, I told my wife, I was like, do you know like lesbian, like it's like Subarus are like known to be lesbian cars? She's like, what? She's like, they're my favorite cars. I'm like, all right, well.
Is this gonna be like Friends, Joe?
Yeah.
Are you gonna find her? I'm just fucking around.
But I do. I
Subaru's fine.
I get dealer invoice minus 2%.
Yeah.
So like when I go there, like
That's like-
I bring a letter. I bring like a letter in, and they're like, look at me. They're like, she's like, my daughter just bought this car 2 weeks ago. She's paying $100 more than you. I'm like, okay, just
Cool.
get me the car.
Cool, cool,
Like, just go.
Yeah.
So I just buy Subarus because
2% though. Now that I actually am thinking about that, so 2% of the invoice, right?
yeah, whatever it is, negative
Yeah.
2%.
So okay, so that's not the craziest thing. I've
No, it's
seen.
Yeah,
I've
I'm
seen
sure
like
it's crazier.
I have seen them move cars at 1,000 under invoice, 2,000 under invoice. So that the math on that would be about right.
Yeah, so it's
In a world where you can't really get much better financing than 8.9% financing for a vehicle nowadays, negative 2% is pretty fantastic.
Well, that's not the interest. That's the price.
That's
that he's
that's a
actually
discount
leasing.
from dealer price.
And that is that 2% off the residual value. It's 2% off of the invoice. The residual value stays the same. So you have to keep that in mind. That like gap
All
is
pixie
actually
dust, so it's all
small.
made up.
Right. Yeah. Because you leased it, right, Joe?
yeah, we did the lease to buy. So
That's
we
not
did,
a thing. You just leased. and then you can buy it.
Yeah. Well, because we'll probably
We did
buy
the lease to buy. That's what they all are, Joe.
Then
You lease the car, and I'm asking if you lease. So does the residual value get based on the invoice minus 2% or the MSRP? The residual value comes from the manufacturer. I bet you that stays the same.
You're talking about the payoff?
Yeah. Well, the residual value is
I don't know
everything
these
minus
terms.
the payoff.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
Yeah, I
the
don't
amount.
worry,
The
Nick, I'm right
amount
there
the
with
car.
you. They're like, yeah, I got all these terms, and I'm like, what? Hold on, let me go back to ChatGPT real quick. Google a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I think usually like what happens, like it ends up being like depending on the cost of the car, like what it's ended up being. The last few cars we've done it's like $2 or $3 grand off MSRP. It's just nice. There's no negotiation. It's just like here's the letter,
And
this
you
is
can
what it
walk
is.
away from the car when your lease is up if you absolutely hate it.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
This
Yeah,
is how
so-
it works.
But you also get incentives to rebuy a new lease when your lease is up. So there's a couple perks, but there's also some downsides.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like for example, like the car we were getting, her daughter got it. She was paying like $533. We ended up getting it for a 3-year lease. It would have been $411. So that's like $100-$200 a month difference or something like that.
Yeah.
But then they brought us the car, and it was the wrong back seats. So then they ran out of white ones. So then we had to go
You
get a
went
different
white?
one. Yeah.
Risky.
Well, now we have it's like dark blue. We have like midnight blue
Okay.
Onyx version, so it's like black tires. So we had to go the step up after that. We got it for like $454 with 0
What was the
down.
interior, though?
It's like a gray black two-tone.
Oh, okay.
It's
I
like
thought you
that.
meant the
It's like that.
interior was white. I was like, holy shit, brave man.
No, no. The outside. No, not with kids. We had
Oh
like
my
that
God.
tech-
My wife,
What's that?
my wife went like a
leather.
light gray tan interior, and I was like, you're fucking nuts. And
Yeah,
Yeah, we went
that's brave.
black leather.
So what?
And
what-
I don't know if that was a great move, but we'll see. So far, nothing crazy.
What Joe may have benefited from is the cap cost. So the example would be the car's 40 grand. You negotiate the price to 36,000. You put 2,000 down, lease rebate. So what he's talking about is a rebate. You've got gross capital cost at that point goes down to 33,000. But the way a lease works, and this is ChatGPT, of course, although I should know this. You make monthly payments. You're paying for the depreciation, which is the value the car loses while you're driving it, plus the taxes and fees, not the full value. The residual value is basically the end of that, the rest of that. Like the residual value is what you lose and what the car is supposedly going to be worth 36 months from now. That's like your residualized
right, what you've paid
value
off
of the
versus
car.
what the market value is.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Right.
And that's
Okay,
and then
that
you can buy the car out for a number that they tell you, which is the residual value. You can, like, at the end, the day you start the lease, they give you the number that you can buy the lease for at the end of the 36 months. It's a closed-ended
I think
lease.
it changes though a little bit. Yeah.
No, well, there are fees. There are fees if you go over your mileage, if you fuck up the car and wear and tear, things like that. But what you're thinking of would be an open-ended lease, which was made illegal, I believe, and I'll ask ChatGPT, in 1998 by the Clinton administration. And that's why our
I did not
parents are
have
so...
sexual relations with that woman.
But I do a little too. But the real reason that our parents are so afraid of leases, and the reason why most people who sell cars that I've worked with lease cars, I mean, they always want to have a new car, so they just don't want to have to worry about it, and they're always under warranty and blah, blah, blah. But like closed-ended leases are so much safer than open-ended leases, which was prior to 1998. They could tell you the adjusted value of your car is whatever the fuck they decided. Like, and then they'd charge you a bunch of shit based on, well, the car is actually worth this and it should be worth that. And like they would screw you like they do usually on the front end when you buy a car the first time. But they used to do it on the back end too. And then like the Clinton administration came in and said, no, we're doing closed-ended leases. So the only reason that companies do leases now is the return customer base, like getting that customer back
Mhm.
every 3 years, going around and around, because they lose money on all those cars, like honestly, and they eat it, but then they become certified, which is fine, and then the certified, which is a really good program too, because it's a lease, like, but it depends how rough, and people aren't going to be rough on the lease because they don't want to get charged, so it's not a bad plan really, but they used to be able to really fuck them, with the open-ended leases and stuff, but now you know what you can buy that car for 3 years from now, right now, when you sign the paperwork, which is good, with the addition of like a fee. And they can definitely fuck around with that fee a little. I'm not going to lie to you, but, realistic number wise, there's like an $800 fee or $700 fee or something at the end, to return the car. And if you don't want to return the car and you want to get another car, they never talk about that fee or anything else, because it's go time and they want to sell you another car. So you have leverage. So that's the benefit of leasing. Joe knows. Joe invests in Pixie Dust and he leases. So if anybody, Joe's
Why
the
you always
richest guy
hating
I
on
know,
Joe?
and he leases. I just said he's the richest guy. I
Joe
know.
helped my mom sort her shit out financially the other day.
We did.
Joe is
We
a
did.
financial whiz. I just don't believe in what he's selling. Like, some people. God bless him.
I did.
Maybe
I do
he
a
doesn't
lease and
support
I
my
finance.
career.
I do
I don't know.
one at a time. I always finance one at 0%.
See that? Look at him.
So I do a 0%
Flying around.
finance on one of them,
This is next level.
and then,
I'm honestly,
and then I lease the other
good.
one. And then depending what the car market is, when I pay off that car, depending on what's going on with the rates, I'll either sell that car, get like 12 grand up front, utilize that somewhere, or I'll just ride it until it is. And then when the other lease is up, then I'll come back in for another lease.
Oh, you're going to be a Toyota family next time you get around to that finance.
Listen,
I know
love
that one.
Toyotas.
That's your car.
The
dude.
only I had the RAV. I loved the Toyota RAV. The only reason I got rid of it was because I got the Subaru discount, and Toyota guy couldn't touch it.
So on a finance, though, I'll be able to beat it.
Yeah, well,
On a
they did the 0% 72 months last time on the RAV I had. That was great.
Yeah, but I'll discount the car.
No, I'm ready. Listen,
when you do some math here.
Listen,
And if I come close, you should still buy the car for good
If you come
content. You're
close,
fucking rich, all right? Just do what, like,
If you
a little
come close,
bit here or there, a
100%.
little toot, get the
Do a
problem
little
is
toot,
like,
Joe.
now we're talking about leasing good cars. We were messing around with Hyundais before. I don't know if I can play ball with Subaru with these cars, but they're worth, well, if you're financing it,
Hey,
I could definitely
car
prove to
has
the
their
finance
flaws.
guy the long-term cost of ownership argument of the two vehicles. If you're financing and you want to talk about the resale value of
Yeah.
the car when you
I'll
get to the
finance
other
mine, I
end,
lease my wife's. That's
So-
right.
you should always finance a Toyota, because nobody talks about the resale value of your car when you buy a car. They don't give a fuck. All right. But Toyota actually can,
Yeah.
because that car is going to be worth more at the end of the term, no matter what. I mean, unless you fucking wreck it. But if you could put 150, you can put 150,000 miles on 200. I sold a Tacoma with north of 200,000 miles for like 16 grand. Like, dude, they do not lose value. And to be fair, that car was a baby in diapers. That car will go to 500,000 to 6. It depends if you do regular maintenance, which is, a privilege apparently for some cars, but like regular maintenance, that Tacoma will outlive all of us. You know what I mean? It'll start underwater. But finance Toyotas, lease all the other
What
shitty
is Tacoma
fucking
is
cars
going
and
for
stuff.
right now?
Oh God, so much. Worth every penny though. And I'll get you a nice
I think they
discount.
start at like 39 or something. 35, 39.
Joe wouldn't buy that cheap, okay? Joe wants look at the car in my Facebook story today.
Jason's saying like, Joe, you got your private jet.
I still want that 1972 Tundra.
No. I know Joe is not driving around with a cold tush. All right. He's got a heated seat.
Oh shit.
I see it in his eyes. Look at him. Tell me you don't have a heated seat. Yeah. Well, we're in a Tacoma.
Heated
so
seats are like
basic
standard
model.
now.
It's standard in like a 2020.
All right, that's where Toyota
You can
fucking
not
pisses
on a
me off.
Toyota, my friend.
Toyota,
I even have a heated
Toyota,
steering.
like you got to get into the premium packages before you start getting
No.
like some basics.
No. I will give Tacoma full credit. They have actually made it much more like pick and play with certain
Okay.
things. You could get just the heated seats and JBL speakers. You don't have to go all the way up
You
to
don't want the
TRD
JBL.
Sport
It's all
Premium.
trash.
But I'm saying, like, if you like little things, a heated steering wheel and heated seats, you don't have to go all the way to the next, like the top trim to get that. You get an SR5 with CP, weather pack, CY weather package.
Story now.
I got a lot of Tacomas for you, my friend. I will blow out a Tacoma. But you're not. You got it. When does your like rotation of stuff happen?
Well, December. This car is done.
Oh, coming
So
up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at.
That's
I'm
it,
gonna
baby.
look at. All right. Do
It's
I want to take it?
Tacozilla.
Road trip to Boston.
Want to ride out?
Tacozilla.
Just
So I'll
just
save
bring him
4
a
or 5
12er of
month,
Mike's
or I'll-
Hard and he'll hook you up.
No, I enjoy it.
That's
I
it.
enjoy it. I enjoy that I've infiltrated.
Oh no,
the
you guys drank
regime.
twisted tea up there.
I wrote a deal. My
That's a mass thing.
whatever. Duncan's Twisted, whatever. So
Yeah. It's wicked good.
wicked. So I wrote a deal for my previous finance manager that was so ridiculous that I had like managers joke, like pretty much jokingly, but everything said in jest, right? They're like, "Is this why you this job so you could fucking like rip us off and give this car to your fucking mentor or whatever?" Like
Fuck
at
yeah.
a certain point, I'm like, yeah. I mean, not exactly, but if I can help someone out, they will do it because they sell a lot. So when you get to the end of the month, that sometimes they'll be on your side, and that's when all the employees buy cars too. So that's a neat trick. If you want a Toyota, come see me at the end of the month, and we'll take care of it.
Perfect. That's good to know.
Done.
But if I'm gonna have to, I mean, New York,
December 31st, Joe.
New York, you could actually come and get it, and I now that I work in New Hampshire, I can throw a temp tag. You can take it home.
Ooh.
I don't know, so I wouldn't have to ship it. I used to have to bring it to the state if I lived in Massachusetts. Massachusetts, the only of 50 states, gentlemen, that does not have temporary tags. So if you buy a car from Massachusetts, the salesperson or some other schmuckola has to drive all the way to wherever you live to the town
Oh, you can't-
hall or
You
whatever.
can't ship that bitch?
You could ship it, but then you have to
Oh,
pay
okay.
someone to go with
Yeah,
the
yeah.
fucking shipment, or you
Yeah.
have to count on the customer to know what they're doing. And sometimes it has to be notarized. It has you have to say that you were there. Which
Mhm.
if you lie about that, like that's kind of you know what I mean. Like
Wow.
that's a big deal. To lie about a notary.
It's a big
But
deal.
yeah, it's a big deal. So, but now the reins are off. I'm in New Hampshire. Let my freak flag fly. You guys can come buy all the cars from all the states, drive it back
All the
home. I don't give a shit. I'm selling Teslas. People taking them back to Maine. You know that a red Tesla is rare. Like
Will's got a Tesla.
they only make them like white. They don't make.
What now?
It's very difficult to get.
Talking about your deep freezer you were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
It's
Cubic
hard to
inch.
find a colored Tesla, which I'm not, saying anything like that.
You
All
said
right,
colored?
JT. It's hard to find a colored Tesla. They're very bland colors. They're white and black, as I understand it.
Oh, that
And
year they got blue ones.
No,
I've seen
no.
them silver.
Red,
The colors
white,
You're
are
like Sega Genesis graphics.
I don't think
That's what
so.
it is.
Those are custom. So I'm gonna tell you right now.
Well, I mean,
Like
that-
if you
that
go to
might be,
Texas,
but I've
if
seen
you go to
them, so-
Texas, there's like probably upwards to 10,000 overflow Teslas, and they're all the same color. Like they're just sitting there because you have to customize it to get it a different color.
Well, that might be the case.
So when you're selling it used, the colored ones are more valuable at that point.
Nice.
So
You know?
pearl white coat, usually the free default color, solid black, sleek, stealthy.
I didn't think the fucking
Red is a premium option.
I didn't think the
So you
Cybertruck
could
came
get-
in anything other than like that rough metal look.
No, but I'm talking about like the cars, like the little
Like the
X and
Roadsters
S's and
and-
whatever
yeah, yeah.
stupid
We saw a
things.
Cybertruck the other day. It was wrapped. It was a jelly bean.
Nice.
It was jelly bean Cybertruck.
That's
an interesting
because some liberal keyed the shit out of it.
New colors on some models,
Yes.
like the Cybertruck. Stealth Ultra Red. You can have a red Cybertruck. That would be.
So you're selling Teslas too, Jason?
No one sells Teslas. You know the best part about
Tesla
negotiating with a
seldom sell.
fucking Tesla? No, imagine I buy electric cars, and these like customers would come in and they're trying to go back and forth with me about a Tesla, and I'm just like, oh, so I've been helping you and giving you answers to questions for like half hour, 45 minutes. We drove in the car and stuff, and you took your wife. Like, how was your experience at Tesla? Is it good? Yeah. There's no salespeople at Tesla. There's no experience
Yeah.
at Tesla. There's nothing. No, you somebody could drive, like Joe Blow might drive out and put the car in your driveway and you can drive it. That might be a stretch. There's no sales for Tesla. There's no sales. It's not a dealership. You don't go and buy it from a salesperson. That's not how Tesla does it.
Okay, and now I'm curious, like, what is the experience like? I've never been to a Tesla, nor do I ever consider purchasing a Tesla. So I don't even know if this is valuable, but I'm just curious now. Like, do you just buy online and then wait for the car to show up in your driveway? Like, what is
Yes.
it? What?
What you can actually do now with Hyundais, you can buy Hyundais on Amazon. So it's not that outrageous, but yes,
That makes sense.
yes, exactly. Long live Hyundai. I sold so many Hyundais.
Everything
These
else
guys
on
were there,
Amazon
dude.
nowadays is
I
shit.
rocked Hyundai. I sold 60 Hyundais last summer, dude. Like, I was in the zone with that brand. But yeah, they're kind of shitty, but I mean, they're fun. You can lease it.
They have a great warranty, is all they have.
Just lease it.
Yeah, but why lease it?
Why
you're
buy it?
guaranteed
Don't buy
to
it.
blow a major component of a Hyundai. I would gamble
You
even
would-
within a 2-year
you, like,
ownership window.
You blow a major
They're
component.
doo-doo vehicles. That's why their warranty is so good. They know it's gonna fail.
I mean, I can't
Uh-oh.
say that I don't own Hyundais, so
Dude,
All
I
right. I mean-
follow a shit ton of mechanics, and that is the Hyundai and help me with the other brand that's not great.
This is it.
It's a,
You want the
no,
Hyundai?
it's another Asian brand. It's not Hyundai. Who's the other one with
Mitsubishi?
H? No,
Honda,
No.
but that's
Honda.
Hitachi.
no. Anyways, that's like one of the number one shit on brands
Hip Hop.
of cars. Hip Hop Anonymous.
Hip Hop Anonymous.
That guy's plays such random roles in fucking movies. It's hilarious.
I have the Tesla buying experience. If anybody wants to know,
I don't know
Is
if
it-
anybody
right here from
like,
Is it
anyone-
ChatGPT describing it?
Oh, it is.
yes.
No, I don't
It's
want to
not
hear
me.
that.
I'll just explore and customize online. Place your order. Set up your Tesla account. Choose payment and finance options. Prepare for delivery. So
I'm
once your
prepared.
vehicle is
So I
ready,
guess they
Tesla,
save money on
Tesla,
not having salespeople.
you would think so. Tesla will notify you to schedule delivery. Before delivery, ensure you've submitted proof of insurance and the normal bullshit. And then you just take delivery and they bring it to your house, along with a brief orientation. Tesla staff will guide you through essential features and answer any questions and basically tell you to fuck off.
Especially the Easter
And then
bunny
they
can drive
give
a
you-
Tesla.
Ooh.
That's low even for you, Joe.
That's what you get for jabbing about the pixie dust all the time.
That's it. You know,
Okay, what is it
Paper
about the pixie
rectangle.
my
dust?
Easter
Now you
egg
gotta catch
hunts,
me up
and
on pixie dust.
I used Easter egg hunts. I used to get little candies, and then some of them my parents would put dollar bills in them. Those are my favorite ones.
Dollar bills,
It
y'all.
was meant to be. It was meant to be.
Apparently, like
Joe's been
I just
stacking
grew up on
cash
the wrong
since he was
side
a
of the
That's
the
it.
country, because I mean we got a quarter at most in ours, and this guy's going over here with dollars.
Well, the
Dollar
quarters
bills,
were
yeah, shit.
it was quarters, dimes, nickels, but there was
I'd smoke a
there was
quarter.
always two
I'd do a
eggs
little
that had
quarter.
I
dollar
do a little
bills.
toot with my friends. I smoke a quarter. I do a little toot. Well, not freebase cocaine or tequila. will not freebase tequila. It's no longer a part of my life.
Sure, it's not.
So, sorry, real quick, Joe, before we discuss anything else, what is this pixie dust thing? Because I haven't been read into this yet. I don't. What is this? Like, what is the dogging on for?
That's
for
Jason's
Joe.
description of the
world.
U.S. currency.
Tell him, Joe. Tell him about the pixie
The market, the market.
He
right?
asked Joe about the pixie dust. Okay.
As Jason likes to call it, fake money. There's no real money in the world. It's all just pixie dust, and it's just
in the cloud.
just-
It's in the
just
cloud.
floating
It's
in the
castle.
cloud.
Doesn't
Fake. It's
exist.
fucking
Well,
fake.
and
We're
it-
living in a fake simulation.
It's like
of-
Matthew McConaughey says, and what was that?
Time is a flat circle.
Fugazi. It's a.
He did say that.
Yeah.
It's a fugazi.
Yeah.
It's a.
That's why they
Whatever.
wanted us into.
Not on the-
He was doing a little toot when he said
doesn't
that though.
fucking exist.
So
What was
Talking
what
about
was that movie that you were just talking about, Jason? That he did with that one.
the first I mentioned multiple.
that was with
Matthew
Leonardo
McConaughey movies
DiCaprio,
in
where
that.
he was the stockbroker.
No, that was yeah.
That
That
I can't
was,
think of the name of it. Something Bull.
No,
the other one, the first one, yeah. So that wasn't a movie. That was True Detective, where he says that time is a flat circle.
I'm thinking of the
That's a-
other
that's a
movie. He was
little
like
more
floating in
messed up, yeah.
space or something.
Flat Earther.
Oh, Interstellar.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's it.
That's a sweet movie.
No.
You don't
That
like
is an
it?
epic movie.
Yeah,
You don't like it?
yeah. No, that was. I was confused for a little bit there. I'm not gonna lie. That made me not like it until the end, and I was like, okay, that was pretty good. That was pretty
All
good.
right. I'm wrapping this up.
Wait.
Thank you, ChatGPT. Not an official sponsor yet. Oh God. No one can see this but us.
Why should I live in history, huh? Dog, I don't want to know anything anymore. This is a world where nothing is solved. When someone once told me time is a
Time is an ad.
everything we've ever done or will do, we're going to do over and over and over again. And that little boy and that little girl, they're going to be in that room again. And again. And again. Forever.
So you couldn't manage to get
I've never
shot.
seen this. I didn't.
And
even know
it's
that
a
was
really
thing.
upbeat. It's like a motivational tale. It's super upbeat.
That did not
Yeah,
sound
it
very
seems like
upbeat,
it, yeah.
so-
It's about a grotesque murder, and that guy at the beginning of the show is a clean-cut Matthew McConaughey, like ready to be a detective. And after this case, he looks like that motherfucker opening a six-pack.
He always plays a
talking to
coked out
the
roles
cops,
recently.
dude.
I feel
Oh my
like.
god.
Yeah, he definitely does.
No, the murder does that to him. That's the
sure it does.
background of that. But honestly, that is a must-see television. That is a great show.
All right.
Just that season one. It's had other seasons with.
I'm
different
wrapping us up.
All right, wrap.
All right. Thank you guys for hanging out. Hope everybody has a good Easter. If you celebrate, if not, maybe at least find some time to get out there, do something fun with the family. Enjoy your family time. This was a stacked episode. I'm glad it's been a while since we've had five dudes on here, so it's been fun. Again, thank you, ChatGPT, for the filler material, I guess. Yeah, like
Hashtag not a sponsor.
yeah, not yet. You gotta add yet at the end.
Hashtag not a sponsor.
Toyota
Toyota and ChatGPT did not sponsor this episode. National
At all.
Toyota 10 Marmon Drive.
now
National
it's only
Hampshire.
right if you use ChatGPT to write the summary and the description of the episode.
New vehicles arriving every day.
But thank you guys for hanging out. Like and subscribe and come hang out with us on the Facebook group. And we'll catch you on the next episode. See you.
Happy Easter.